Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Another Fat Guy Cooks. I am your fat guy, Andy Baker, and today we are going to be making Korean cream cheese garlic bread. Let's go. Right, so you may have seen this on some kind of viral video on like Facebook or something popping up. It's basically like the South Korean take on garlic bread. It's kind of sweet, it's kind of garlicky, it's a bit salty. It's fucking delicious. So we're gonna have a crack at it and see how we do. So there are two parts that we need to get ready for this. We need to get the cream cheese filling ready, and we need to get the garlic butter wash, custard, whatever, ready as well. You'll see what they are in a minute. So the first thing we need to do is just knock up the cream cheese filling, which is super easy. So, bowl, cream cheese, and how much of this you use all kind of depends on how big the actual bread roll is that you use. I baked my own here, which I pretty much just used the same recipe, the no knead recipe that I've used before. The link will be down in the description. Made myself a nice little bread roll here. So, as you can see, I'm not sure how well that's come out, so I have actually bought some bread as well, just in case it goes tits up. I reckon about 2.5 packs of cream cheese will probably do this. Maybe 2. We'll do 2. See how we go. 1. And this is going to be our filling, which we are going to pipe into the bread. But we're just going to get this ready for now. So we want to add about half a teaspoon of sugar per 200 gram pack of thing, so about a whole teaspoon. So about, I don't know. Oh, this is hefty sugar. This is preserving sugar. I think it'll be alright. There we go. And then I'm going to mix this all together. Okay, easy. And then we're going to need another bowl, this guy. And in here we're going to put about, I don't know, we need enough butter in here so that we can basically fully submerge our whatever bread roll-y thing that you're using is. So, cold, soft, hard. We don't actually use all of this butter, it's mainly just to melt and submerge. We also would need to really melt this butter, but we want to melt it in a way that means that it's not going to be like red hot. So the best way to do it is over like a bain-marie, which is like some just boiling water in a pot, and then you just stick this on top and let it melt. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll be right back with this melted. Okay, so as you can see, this is slowly starting to melt our butter. We're just going to give this a little bit of a hand with the whisk. You want to be careful the whole time not to get any water in with this, because it will sort of break it. While that's melting, we want to get our bread roll, and we want to cut it either in 4s or 8s, depending on how big it is. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to do this yet, so we're going to have a look. So we'll do it in 4s first, and then see how it's looking. And we want to make sure we stop a little bit before we get to the bottom, so it doesn't fall apart. We don't go all the way through. We want to make sure it like opens like a flower, but doesn't kind of fall apart. Okay, so it opens like that, you see? It doesn't fall to bits, which is good. Now I think we can probably get away with 8s on this one. I always have 0 confidence when I'm making bread. So I bought like 2 other packs of bread just in case this went wrong. Okay. And then we want to get our piping bag, or our giant triangular condom. Okay. And then we want to fill this up. I think the easiest way to do this is probably to put it in something like so. I'll put it on the outside, and I can just fill that middle bit. And then we want to get all this down. Oh yeah, I think you're going to put this in first, if you're smart. I am not. So we'll just use this as a, yeah, okay. We're fine. I'm really hot. I had my second vaccination today, so my head's a little bit fucking screwy. I feel a bit weird. I don't feel bad necessarily, just kind of feel odd. So, what we're going to do is we're going to stick our fingers in and separate each layer like so, and then we're going to pipe in our cream cheese. Hope you can see this. Like so, and then squeeze it shut. Yeah? Just trying to lose as little of this out the top as possible. Take it. And then we're going to do the same this way. Okay, and then make sure we get a nice big dollop. Right in the middle. Okay, so we have our bread all nice and filled. Our butter is now all melted. We're just getting there. Okay, into our butter we need garlic. Get our garlic crusher. And then bang all of our garlic into our butter. Perfect. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're just going to let our garlic with our butter hang out again in our bain-marie for about 10 minutes, just to let that sort of infuse in and you know, sort of, so the garlic sort of infuses into the butter and it all tastes a lot more nicely and garlicky. And also we're going to throw in there, we have some nice fresh parsley. Okay, got a little fresh parsley. Throw that in there as well. Beautiful. I'm just going to let that hang out for about 10 minutes, okay? Right. This has hung out for about 10 minutes. We are going to crack in 2 large eggs. Okay, 2 large eggs. And also a good splash of whole milk. And that should bring it up to about the quantity that you need. Dip the whole thing in, and then we're going to whisk this for a while. So it should be about the consistency of custard. Now if it's done what mine's done here, look, and not mixed in, then you just need to dump it back in your bain-marie and let it hang out in there for a bit, because what happens is the cold milk will basically make the butter set again. So we're just going to let that sit in there until that all starts to come together and become sort of homogeneous, yeah? Okay, so we want to get a baking tray ready. We want to get this guy ready. I'm going to keep all this on the baking tray, so if there's any runoff or any mess, then it hopefully will stay on the baking tray. Let's get one of these, because I'm probably going to need one. Okay, so this has all now come together nicely, as you can see. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop you in there, and then we are going to hold him underwater, and we're going to let him hang out in there for a minute, because I want this to all soak in any cracks, any bits. I'm going to pull it apart a little bit and then put it back together. We're going to sort of like just fuck around with it so that the butter can kind of get in to all the cracks and the crags and the crevices. Okay, and once you've done that and it's soaked in there for a good long time, you're going to get him out, pop him on your tray, spread his little wings out a bit, like so. Dump a little bit more of this on top. And then this is going to go in an oven on sort of medium hot for about 15, about medium. You don't want to go too hot because you don't want to like sort of burn your bread. And if you've done what I've done, which is obviously cook your bread a bit too much in the first instance, you know, you don't want to overcook it. So we're going to do this for about 20 minutes. And then, yeah, it will pop out of the oven and it will look fantastic. And then we can eat it. I just want to show you these guys. My friend Gaz from Gary Hackett Knives, Leather and Greenwood Tools in Sherwood Forest, this guy, has made me these amazing leather patches with another Fat Guy Cooks logo on them. If you're the sort of person who wears a leather jacket, I've got 3 of these. If you want one, post down in the comments, share the video around a bit, and I'll pick somebody out of the comments who says, basically put I want a patch in the comments, and I'll pick 3 people at random and I'll send you one of these cool little leather patches out. And you should go and check out Gaz's website, which is Gary Hackett, which is Gary HACKETT.co.uk. Link down in the description. And he makes knives, he makes leather shit, he makes all kinds of awesome stuff. And he actually lives in like you know, he works in like Sherwood Forest, where, you know, Robin Hood was, if he actually existed and shit. So, you know, how fucking cool is that? If you're an American, you know, fucking a leather patch with my face on it, made by someone who lives in Robin Hood's house, basically. Right? One other thing before I go and put this in. Mishka, who obviously you all know because he's helped me set this whole thing up, is putting together a compilation of all his best books into one big book, but like the ones that were audio books, so that they were never proper books. So now they're going to be proper books, and you can go to the link in the description down below and give a bit of cash, and then you'll get a pre-order of one of these books when they come out, and he'll probably sign it and put some of his cat's hair in it and jerk off into it and whatever, and maybe, I don't know, give you one of his, oh, he might even, if you're really nice, give you one of his girlfriend's colouring-ins to put up on your fridge. So that'd be good too. So yeah, go and check that out, down in the description. His girlfriend does like to colour in. Anyway, I'll be right back with this. Okay, we're back. It's here. But I'm gonna like put it on a plate and make it look fancy. So just, you know, I'll do that like now. All right, shall we see what we've got? I'm super excited. Ta-da! Alright, first things first, a little sprinkle of salt. And I suppose I should bring it up to the camera for you to have a look. Okay, let's try it out. So, what you should have to do is get one of these pieces here and just find one that pulls away. Hot, 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 hot. Oh my god. That is hot. Oh my god, it's so garlicky and creamy and cheesy. It's like garlic cheesecake, which I don't know if that sounds good to you, but it should. There's a really good chance that I'm going to eat this whole thing tonight, and there's a really good chance that I won't survive that. So if I do die, please tell everybody that I died the way I live. Just covered in grease and garlic and with a massive smile on my face. Alright, thank you for watching. Another Fat Guy's just cooked. That was Korean cream cheese garlic bread. It was fucking amazing. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.
Another fat guy could